Hi, and how are you today? Together, we have reached session 6 of our meditation practice on anger. Until today, you may have had the chance to better understand the different layers that make up your anger. And perhaps you've also noticed those underlying emotions, thoughts, and needs. Today, we will begin to practice how to communicate our emotions, feelings, and thoughts without being violent or aggressive, and without triggering more anger in ourselves and the people around us. As you've already learned through previous meditations, when anger emerges, you can actively take a step back into calmness by noticing the sensations in your body and by observing the rhythm of your breaths, or even counting your breaths. And after that, we can always gently remind ourselves of the changing nature of life and people. We can ask our angry selves, what is it that you're trying to tell me? What can I do for you? Generally, there's an instinct that emerges at this stage, an opening that presents itself for us to talk with the person we're having trouble with about what the conflict's actually about. Thanks to this opportunity, we are prompted to express the feelings and emotions underlying our anger before it gets bigger inside of us, and especially before it gets to a level that can hurt those around us. First step to healthy and constructive communication is to understand what we're observing objectively. Then we can identify the emotions inside of us that are triggered by this situation. Once we've done that, we can identify our needs, which become apparent as the result of this situation. And finally, the last step is to request your identified need from the other person in a patient and kind way. Finding the right words and having the right language for each of these steps is essential to communicating in a healthy manner. To improve our language and the words around our frustration, let's use an example scenario. Let's say your roommate or your partner continues to leave empty and dirty plates and glasses throughout your home. Slowly, day after day, month after month, constantly seeing this mess and sometimes even cleaning up after them is making you increasingly frustrated and angry. So, going back to our steps, the first one would be to determine your observations. You're frequently seeing dirty plates and glasses around the apartment. The second thing we'll do is express how this behavior or situation makes you feel. I feel frustrated coming home to see dirty dishes around the apartment. Then you can identify your need. I would like for all of us to put in the effort to keep our home clean and organized. And lastly, you can make a kind request that doesn't dwell on the past, but looks toward the future. In the future, could you please put your dirty dishes in the dishwasher when you finish eating? I would really appreciate that. Thank you. Now, getting used to using this language and assertiveness may take some time. For many of us, confrontation is extremely uncomfortable and avoided, though the risk of not learning this skill is that we will then allow our anger to destroy our inner peace and our relationships with those around us. So in this practice, we will work on feeling more comfortable with this idea of saying what we mean, meaning what we say, and not being mean about it. So, To finally get started, let's place ourselves into a comfortable seated position. Take a long and deep breath in and breathe out slowly. Again, take a slow and thoughtful breath in. Fill your body with some fresh air. And exhale slowly. One more time. Take a deep breath in. And while breathing out, allow your whole body to get heavy and relax. As your breaths are settling into their normal rhythm, notice the weight of your body, the effect of gravity on your body, and how each part of you is getting heavier towards the surface beneath you. As you continue scanning and relaxing all the different parts of your body, slowly bring your attention to the flow of your breaths and stay focused on how you're exhaling and inhaling. Continue observing the sensations, the little movements and ripples that come along with your breaths. And now, gently draw your attention to a situation or incident which is currently making you feel angry. Something that continues to happen again and again. This may even be a recurring attitude of someone around you. And perhaps you've already tried to drop hints and talk about the situation or behavior, and yet it continues to repeat itself. This can trigger even more anger in you. Gently give yourself some time to observe the emotions that are being fueled up inside of you. What triggers are being set off inside of you as you think about this? Do you feel disrespected, unacknowledged, unassured? Just take a moment to notice. Allow yourself to really absorb these emotions. A part of you may still want to walk away from this situation. Do not ignore that urge, just observe it. Keep all of your attention on your anger and what it feels like. What's beneath that anger, and how is it making your body feel? As you observe all of those emotions, what's changing inside of your body? Is the pace of your heartbeats changing? Is the flow of your breath changing? Do you feel any sensations in a specific part of your body? Just take a moment to notice. And now, shifting away from our body, let's begin to observe our thoughts regarding this person that's popping up in your mind. Notice the judgments, comments, maybe criticisms or negative feelings you have for them. Let them appear and disappear. Let them rise to the surface, but don't hold on to them or quickly try to push them away. Just let them slowly dissolve by themselves. Watch them as you would watch the clouds in the sky, just floating on by. You may even see that some of your thoughts have doses of greed, revenge, violence, resentment, vindication, contempt, or judgment. Please try not to shame yourself for feeling these sentiments. We've all at times been unable to express our emotions clearly, which usually results in our mind creating toxic and accusatory narratives to rationalize everything. Just remind yourself that these are instant sparks. They'll fade away very swiftly, and they're not real. Just let them go. We're going to keep observing our breathing and invite yourself into a calmer field, to a more relaxed state of mind. Gently try to see this situation objectively and make an observation. What is really happening? Slowly begin to visualize this person and let their image appear in front of your eyes, and slowly begin to express step by step the situation to them. Detect the emotion, the feeling that emerges inside of you when the situation happens. Sadness, loneliness, resentment, worry, or despair. And consider, as a result of this situation, what is it that you need? What is it that you're longing for? Try to think about this objectively. Visualize that this person is in front of you and you're expressing the situation objectively to them. You're expressing your real emotions and needs without making any accusations or shaming the other person. Think of a kind and thoughtful way of expressing these needs. How did you feel while expressing those words to this person? Despite the fact that you visualize this conversation in your mind, How did it feel just now to look at this person in the eyes and express your concerns and emotions to them? And now, gently begin to release all of the images that were in front of your eyes. Let them go and just check in with yourself. How are you feeling right now? As you observe your own emotions right now in this moment, let's stay here for a couple of breaths. And when you're ready, slowly begin to open your eyes. Gently start to move your hands and your arms, and maybe tilt your head to the left and to the right. How did this practice make you feel? After this practice is over, I would urge you to write down your observations, how you felt while visualizing this conversation, what underlying emotions emerged that you may have been suppressing for a while, and any discomfort or anxiety you felt while expressing your needs to this person. How do you now see the situation which made you angry? Has anything changed? Maybe it feels easier to resolve now. After having that conversation inside of your mind, do you feel a bit lighter? Just pause and observe. Sometimes, all we need is to practice having a conversation to realize that it may not go as badly as we think. We learn through practice that better and more respectful relationships can be on the other side of honest and thoughtful conversations. Thank you so much for putting in the work today to work on your anger, and I look forward to our next practice together.